Deflected, no! Rebound! Score!
The handball shot! Off the post, score!
Let's try a kick. Goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Let's try a kick. Goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Let's try a kick. Goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Let's try a kick. Goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Let's try a kick. Goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Let's try a kick. Goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Let's try a kick. Goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Let's try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Let's try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Let's try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Let's try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Let's try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Let's try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Let's try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
And oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Let's try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
And oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Let's try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
And oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Let's try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
And oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
Good evening and welcome inside Boss Ice Arena in Kingstown, Rhode Island. And welcome to Fans Only Sports Network's presentation of Rhode Island High School Girls Ice Hockey. It's the South County Storm and the LaSalle Rams. South County coming in 8-2-1 in overall on their home ice, 5-2-1 in the league, 9-2-3 for LaSalle, 6-0-1 in the league. Matt Ellis alongside Jack McSweeney, and this is the games you want, number one versus number two with a month left in the season.
Yeah, this is about as good as it gets. Some big standing implications here. It's going to be a good one.
The two teams are going to line up across the blue line, and we're going to pause for the playing of the national anthem. it's also immovable object versus a movable object. When you put Kate Grivers in net for the LaSalle Rams, you put Meredith Mason in net for South County Storm, and you have two of the best goaltenders in the state having to battle against each other. These teams average about 6 goals a game, only surrender about 2 goals a game, but something's got to give tonight. One of these teams has to go down, or we end up with a tie at the end of this, perhaps.
Can't imagine a tie. It's going to be interesting to see what happens, though. I can't imagine it being a blowout one way or another, though.
Not when you put up two teams like this. And South County Storm, interesting little situation tonight. Their head coach, Tom McCarthy, not on the bench tonight, got stuck in Texas in the ice storms. Ice storms in Texas? I could not believe that text message when I got it from the coach earlier today. He said, I'm stuck in ice storms in Texas. And we're underway in the first period of action tonight. Thanks so much for tuning in here on Fans Only Sports Network. Tonight's game is brought to you by Joseph Lammy, attorney at law, 696 Reservoir Avenue in Cranston, Rhode Island. Visit josephlammy.com for more information, and by RR Elite Recruits with access to 3,000 schools and 80,000 coaches across 38 NCAA sports. For athletes looking to play at the next level, be seen by being a part of RREliteRecruits.com. South County in the 15 is Samantha Hahn, right in on Grivers, and the first shot of the night is saved. As LaSalle tracks this one back the other way, trying to get a spin around and running into Mason. And they're going to give a hooking call on South County. And it's going to send the captain, Jade Shabo, to the box for 2, as she ended up hooking Adriana Dooley. Or check that, my apologies, Eliza Barker. Could have been Dooley, but it was Barker. Both of them in on that play. So Shabo in the box for 2, and South County 88.9% penalty kill on the season, one of the best in Rhode Island. Back up top. Blue line area from Abe Kelly. Cycled around the backside, and that one was flicked up. Sophia Calabro. Calabro back up top for Kelly. Calabro sends it through, and Mason crunches down on it and will make the save. So 1:20 left to go on the advantage. The 3 of Mackenzie McCarthy took that face-off. Tracked back into the corner for LaSalle to try to work this one around Maddie Bradley from behind on the back boards. Bradley slotted that one out for Brittany Murphy. Murphy nowhere to go, has to back out of that one, and a shot attempt comes across once again, and a second one and a score from Maddie Bradley. Gets the power play goal.
Yeah, they got a lot of quality looks on that power play. It was only a matter of time.
The Rams strike first on the power play on the Maddie Bradley goal. Bradley, one of the youngsters of this team, a sophomore and a rising star, looking for plenty out of her. Along with the freshman Brittany Murphy for years to come for this Rams team. Shabo along the backside corner. Jade Shabo on the wraparound, and that one will be snuffed out by Grivers. Jade Shabo and the 13 of Ava Bouard getting into the mix there for South County. Line changes for both sides prior to the faceoff as Calabro comes away with that one. Calabro dispossessed, however, by Michaela Bucci. Bucci tried to send that one through the neutral zone, was looking instead for Donancy. And a little past the outstretched arms of Josie Donancy for Peyton Abrams on the far side boards. Abrams will slot that one back for Anakachi Keegan. Keegan continues to push it through, turns that one over for Donancy. Donancy will push that through the neutral zone, get the horseshoe around the backside boards for Abrams on the opposite side. Peyton Abrams, a freshman in her first season with South County. 8 goals, 7 assists for 15 points in the 11 games that she's played so far. Pretty good way to start your high school career.
Yeah, I'd say. Yeah, both teams got some very good quality looks so far on each side.
A lot of these South County players very familiar with each other. A number of them play on the Southern Rhode Island Sirens club team. The rest of them actually play all together on the New England Pioneers. And plenty of the LaSalle players familiar with each other from not just LaSalle, but respective club teams as well. A lot of them in the PHC programs. As this one will bounce around through the LaSalle defensive zone, ends up getting cleared out as it bounced over top of the outstretched stick of Eliza Barker. Picked back up on the opposite side, Mia Moffitt for South County. Comes across for the aforementioned Brittany Murphy. There we talked about the freshman. Out on the ice for the Rams now as she works on that line with Sophia Welch. Taken away and carried through by Eva Bouillard. Bouillard will drop that one at the blue line. Was looking for a little bit of help from Shabo. Shabo got double teamed and taken out of that play. And he'll track all the way back for icing, and we'll get a stoppage of play with 10:57 left to go here in the first. One other game in action tonight, Bishop Hendricken Hawks and the Mount St. Charles Mounties in boys ice hockey action. Chris Hitu has the call right here on Fans Only Sports Network. If you have a high school home ice pass, you can be able to catch that game. Hahn bounced all the way back. Bucci will pick this one up defensively for South County. Ricochets that one off of the near side boards. Virginia Osgood's going to go on a race. Jenny Osgood almost had that one, and a great save. That came off of the stick of Kate Grivers. And the question throughout the season was, what's LaSalle going to do after this year when Kate Grivers graduates? Well, you got Ava Zappo as a backup, who we've seen in spot duty a couple times last year and this year, and not any slouch of a goaltender either. So it's that next woman up, you know, as they say, and it's going to be that situation for LaSalle next year. Grivers will depart. Ava Zappo is going to become the woman in the pipes next year. There will be a question for South County, as both Meredith Mason and Victoria Sabatino are both seniors. Off the sideboards, it'll get tracked back by Briard. Briard's going to make a good defensive stop. Clicks that one. Off the sideboards does the 2 of Lily Cushman. Hard shot. Checked out. My apologies. That actually was the 12 of Lauren Avidazen. For Denoncy. Wrapped her on the backside. Avidazen. Bouillard. Mason may have gotten a piece of that one as it flew past. Picked up by Osgood. Osgood lost a handle on it as it's turned into the backside corner. Calabro right there for the Rams. This one slid up the sideboards, and it's taken away by Hahn. Hahn slotted one across, shot, score! Hahn off of the pad of Grivers. It came back for Jade Shabo, and Shabo pops it home, her 16th of the season, and it's honors even at 1.
What an absolute track meet of a start to this game, huh?
And that is not giving up on a play as well either. Shabo stood right there and made sure that if any rebound came back from Hahn's shot, she was there to get it. She does. Mason kicks that one out, and she'll make the save. As standing right on the doorstep was Maddie Bradley. Check us out on social media, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, Snapchat, whatever you have, at FOSPORTZ. And for all things behind the scenes hockey, follow us on Instagram at ri.hockey. And as always, you can check us out on the web, Fans Only Sports at fansonlysportz.com for live streams, in-depth articles on sports stories around the country, around the world, and groundbreaking podcasts. Surprised to see what MMA Complete comes up with tonight as they break down the next UFC pay-per-view. Through the neutral zone, it gets carried. Trying to swing that one around. Barker lost a little bit of a handle on it, and it gets taken away by the 19 of Mia Moffitt. Moffitt put that one into the corner. Comes back across for Brouillard. Shot attempt through the middle will be saved by Grivers as it came flying off of the stick of Emile Gregoire. I mentioned Jade Shabo, the captain on this team, and Juliana Bucci, Amelia Gregoire wear the A's as the assistant captains. Denoncy on the backside boards as Denoncy gets into a little tete-a-tete with a Rams defender. Might have been the 9 of Ava Lamorello. Pizzelli. Noelle Pizzelli, as she has to deal with a loose twig. And that twig is retained by Denoncy. Back up top for Maeve Kelly at the blue line. As that one hit traffic. Pizzelli dispossessed by Bouillard, and that's swept away. Tried to loop that one around, was looking for Peyton Abrams, and instead it gets pushed back the opposite way. Pizzelli again tries to work it in the corner. Will pop 3. Have it is in. Up the side and through the neutral zone. Good opportunity there for Brouillard to advance that one forward along with Bucci. And they're going to dump it down to a dump and chase for South County as they go for the line change. Osgood tried to handle on that one. Calabro. That is the 2 of Sophia Calabro. As she works through. Calabro shot. That one goes wide. Back up top of the blue line area, and a second shot that went well wide. This time from Julia LaForge, hits the back wall and bounces back. That's a tripping call missed by the referees. Everyone on the South County bench had their arms up, including a lot of the South County faithful in the stands here at Boss Ice Arena tonight. Michaela Pucci behind her own net. Pushed around by Keegan. Keegan got that one up top for Gregoire. Gregoire tried to slot it across and stepping over top to intercept that one. That was the 19 of Dooley. Through the center, and how did that one get in? Oh, boy. That's a breaking ball of a shot. And it's 2-1 Rams.
That almost looked deflected.
It may very well have, but Julia LaForge is going to go into the back end of this first period with an absolutely bizarre goal. Well, that's the 2 goals that South County gives up on average in a game. They've done it in the first period, and we'll see where this one continues to go from here. Bucci. Backside boards, comes out at the blue line, kept in by the 29 of Shannon Shea. LaSalle is using all 4 lines this evening. As Shea gets pushed along the side boards, comes all the way back out for LaForge, who just scored that goal to put the Rams up 2-1. Off the side boards, looking for Brittany Murphy. Denonsi got that one forward for Bucci. Bucci gets tripped. The arm goes up this time, and we're going to get the whistle. And 2 minutes in the box for tripping will go the LaSalle Rams. And it's the 16 of Julia LaForge. Might be on her way to a high school version of a Gordie Howe. She's got a goal. She's got the penalty now. She just needs an assist. So the Storm on the power play as Bucci works this one at the top. Osgood down in the corner. Gonna be saved by Michaela Bucci. Michaela Bucci flung one, was trying to get Shabo to redirect. Osgood for Shabo. Back up for Bucci once again. Shabo rifles one off of the edge of Griver's stick. And that one right into the catching glove, and Grivers will hold on to it for the save. Two and change left to go here in the first period. Tonight's first period brought to you by Joseph Lammy, attorney at law, 696 Reservoir Avenue in Cranston, Rhode Island. Visit josephlammy.com for more information, and by RR Elite Recruits with access to 3,000 schools, 80,000 coaches across 38 NCAA sports. For athletes looking to play at the next level, be seen by being a part of RREliteRecruits.com today. With a minute left to go on the power play, as it clicks off of the side boards for Bailey Kent. Opportunity off of the side. Abrams had a shot, and that one was sticked aside by Grivers. Comes all the way back into the neutral zone for Bucci. Bucci tried to slot that one across, got taken away. And there is an opportunity on the side of the stick of Maddie Bradley that went just wide. Around the backside boards, Bucci in the final 20 seconds to go on the advantage. 1 and change left to go here in the first period. Picked up by Juliana Bucci. Drops that one for Abrams. Abrams slotted it back for Bucci again. Abrams, little bit off of her stick. It'll get kicked by Brittany Murphy. Murphy, as she dances through the neutral zone with that one, pushes that forward for Anna Lamorello. Lamorello will dump it in. The Rams will go for a line change as the penalty expires. 5 aside hockey. for the final minute of the first period. Osgood will cycle that one around the backside boards herself. Got a little push, and her stick might have caught a seam in the boards. She'll regain that one and regain the puck as well, but her pass attempt comes wide of Avison. Bouillard. Hahn. As she dumps down into the corner. Samantha Hahn continues to hold control of it. Tried to slot one across, and the Rams defense read it right. Taylor Phillips slots that one back, maybe a little bit too far. Shannon Shea will push it into the offensive zone in the final 10 seconds, and it gets kicked out by the South County defense. Keegan will chase it, send it all the way down to the ice, and the horn will sound, and we come to the end of the first period of play. Well, it's so far through 15 what we sort of expected. It's 2-1 after one. They're going to take the quick timeout. We'll take it as well. You're watching Rhode Island High School hockey on Fans Only Sports Network.
And oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up, and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
And oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up, and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a
As we get set to start the second period of action here on Fans Only Sports Network, in a 2-1 lead for the Rams, as Grivers starts us off with a save as Shabo was chasing that one down. Tonight's second period on Fans Only Sports Network brought to you by Joseph Lammy, attorney at law, 696 Reservoir Avenue in Cranston, Rhode Island. Visit josephlammy.com for more information, and by RR Elite Recruits with access to 3,000 schools and 80,000 coaches across 38 NCAA sports. For athletes looking to play at the next level, be seen by being a part of RREliteRecruits.com. Keegan for Bucci. Taken away, tried to be moved forward for the Rams. That one got a little bit past the stick of Maddie Bradley. And it'll kick off the backside boards. Bucci will move this one along for South County. Working on the side boards near to the LaSalle bench. The very oddly placed doors. As that one comes all the way back, and Mason just had to make a couple of really good saves. Trying to be pushed through on this side. It was Mackenzie McCarthy, and now this one's going to track all the way back to the blue line. Gregoire drops down. Taken away by Moffitt. Sophia Welch for the Rams. Taylor Phillips. As Phillips pushes that one, nowhere for her to go. McCarthy takes it. Is able to slot to the other side for the Storm. Worked along by Gregoire. Got that one forward onto the stick and taken down right in front of the net was Moffitt. Phillips clicks that one off of the backside corner. Gets into a battle there with Bucci. Juliana Bucci may have actually come to the better of that one before she gets dispossessed, and it comes back onto the stick of Phillips. Calabro chases that one back. First there is Bouillard defensively, but Calabro dispossesses her. That one right across was dispossessed by Bucci, and Juliana Bucci goes running through the neutral zone. Bucci fires. That one's wide. Back through the neutral zone go the Rams. It's the 9 of Ava Lamorello. Dropped one for Shea. Check that move, Kelly. And Kelly pushes it through. They say no icing. Kelly could have had a touch. She does get a touch and slots it all the way to the opposite side. That one underneath the stick of Lamorello will go down, and icing this time will get called in the strategy sessions in between the first and second period starting to come out on the ice. The speed of the game is slowed down a little bit, and you're starting to see a lot more tactical passing. Eleven and a half left to go here in the second. Bradley kick saved by Mason. As this one will come all the way down on a dump by South County. Storm trying to set up the zone. They've got Samantha Hahn. As it's pushed into the corner for Osgood. Osgood continues to try to work with it. Hahn. Osgood overlaps her to get it back. And instead it gets taken away off of the side of the helmet of Murphy. Shabo winds, fires. That one may have been deflected by LaForge. Good little stick check to get around it, and chasing that one all the way down to Barker. Barker sends it back up top for Welch. Welch to Kelly. As it'll get dumped in by Murphy, and the Rams will go for a line change. Just minors, about everybody else stays on ice except Taylor Phillips comes on for Brittany Murphy. Shabo for the Storm. Jade Shabo with a couple of nifty little moves trying to deke out of that one. Gregoire in the corner as she gets pushed around by Kelly. Kelly tried to reverse that one, and standing right there in her way was Gregoire to take it away. Gregoire, as she goes to push that one back, looking for some help from the 3 of McCarthy. Opportunity right in front. Mia Moffitt couldn't get a full piece of wood to it. So it's tracked back by Calabro. Calabro got knocked down on the play. No call from the officials as Michaela Bucci in there defensively for the Storm. 9:15 left to go here in the second. Still standing on the 2-1 scoreline that we finished the first with. Back at the blue line as it's sent in 8-8 as that one got taken away by Michaela Bucci. The 4 of Peyton Abrams with a bit of a head of steam as she tracks through the neutral zone into the deep side. Juliana Bucci pokes that one around, looking to get some help there from Denonci. Josie Denonci unable to keep a hold on it, and it goes back into the neutral zone once again. Taylor Phillips trying to move it for the Rams. Cross side to the bench side as it's knocked off of the bench side boards by Sophia Welch and dumped down. Allows the Rams to complete a line change. Almost midway through this second period. That one was kept in at the blue line by Abrams. Hard shot opportunity from Abrams, and that one hit traffic before it even got through to Grivers. Well, it gets cycled around by LaForge on the backside boards. She turns this one out, carrying through the neutral zone. We'll go ahead and flick that one down into the opposite corner. Losing an edge was the 3 of Greta Tomka. As Tomka comes off to the bench and probably will check her skate the moment she sits down, as she does, exactly, and is adjusting her blade right now. Anytime you ever see a skater wipe out like that on the ice, you watch them come off to the bench and all of a sudden you'll see them cross their leg up and start taking a look at their skate. Whacked away from in front of Mason craftfully there by the 13 of Bouillard for Bucci. That's Juliana Bucci as she goes that one to Peyton Abrams. Abrams will try to deflect it back for Samantha Hahn. Hahn lost it off the sideboards, and it trickled all the way back. Mason with a save, and then it trickled in.
How did that find its way in?
Mason had it pop up on her chest plate, and I think it just spun backwards over top of her. And all of a sudden, the Rams have stretched out to a 2-goal lead at 3-1. And that's an unfortunate spot for South County to be in, as we've seen two very kind of weird goals. As this one's going to get kicked around in front of Grivers. Shabo had an opportunity there on a backhand, and then again from Osgood. Here's a 2-on-1 potentially developing the other way. Mason kicks, save, and then comes down on top of it. Six and a half. We're approaching on 6.5 left to go here in this period. We've crossed the halfway mark in the second period, halfway mark in the game, as we stand on a 3-1 scoreline here, as the LaSalle Rams looking to pick up their 10th win overall on this season and put a little bit of distance between them and South County as we try to sort out the top 4 in the standings between South County, LaSalle, the Smithfield Coventry Moses Co-op, and the Lincoln Cumberland Mount Co-op. Around the backside boards, LaForge. That one missed, and it stuffed in, and they got it! Mia Moffitt found a loose puck on the post and found an inch of space to stick it home. She picks up her 4th of the season.
We've seen some very unorthodox goals today so far.
From both sides now, as Moffitt added in
a
couple of unorthodox ones from LaSalle, but then, Moffitt adding that one in the wraparound, and there was absolutely no space between the post and Grivers' leg, and somehow Moffitt got it to go home. So here we go, 3-2, and I thought this was going to be the final of this game. I'm going to get 3-2, but it's not going to be the final unless they don't score for the next 20 minutes, and I don't know if that's going to happen, because here comes Juliana Bucci out to the races, and that one has to get sticked aside by Grivers. Off the corner boards, Abrams. Bucci sends one up, and that's off of Grivers' shoulder. Comes right back up along the apron of the net, and then will finally get flicked all the way around. Bouillard had an opportunity for it defensively. Rams go the other way here with Barker. Barker fires. Kick save and a second one from Mason. She's getting daps from about every single one of her teammates right now. That was two very crucial kick saves for Mason. Calabucci getting dumped down. Yep, arm goes up and then and we got pushing and shoving after the play. So the box is going to go Jade Shabo. They're going to actually send the 9 of Anna Lamorello to the box too. So coincidentals for roughing. And we'll play 5-on-5.
A little bit of tension, but what more can you ask for in a game like this, though?
The scoreboard showing 14-12 in shots on goal. We're showing 14-13 in shots on goal with 4 and change left to play here in the second. We'll get the longer intermission at the conclusion of this period, the O of about 10 minutes, as they resurface the ice, and then we'll play the third period on a fresh sheet. Osgood along the side boards. Came back across for Kent. For Osgood. She's going to try to get around LaForge. That didn't work as LaForge comes away with it. All she can do, though, is deflect it back in the neutral zone for Michaela Bucci. Bucci works with Kent. And the 14 of Juliana Bucci. And a line change goes for the Storm. 3 and change left to go here in the second period. Tonight's second period brought to you by Joseph Lammy, attorney at law, 696 Reservoir Avenue in Cranston, Rhode Island. Visit josephlammy.com for more information, and by RR Elite Recruits, with access to 3,000 schools and 80,000 coaches across 38 NCAA sports. For athletes looking to play at the next level, be seen by being a part of RREliteRecruits.com as that one pops out in front of Mason and can be taken away by Bouillard. Bouillard got that one off to the sideboards for Gregoire, and Gregoire tried to continue to push it forward. Needed a little bit of help from Evanston. Taken away by Calabro the other way. Calabro kick save by Mason. As it slots right back out in front, pops off of Calabro's stick again, and Mason will go ahead and put it in her glove for a stoppage of play. Well, we should have been here a week ago against BPB, but that game was canceled to the snowstorm that never really actually materialized when everyone thought we were going to have a lot of snow and ended up with like a dusting. But that game is going to get rescheduled, I believe, in about 2 weeks. I think February 13th might actually be the date the game was rescheduled for. Either way, whatever day it is that it comes up here in a couple of weeks, we will have that game for you right here on Fans Only Sports Network. The quest for the playoffs is underway in the final month of the season. These are the games where it really matters. Make the difference in where your seating is. Make the difference on whether you play on home ice or go on the road. And it's a different playoff format this year. Quarterfinals, a best of 3 series, and then the semifinals and finals are single elimination for the first time. Mason kick save there on the spinorama shot from Bradley. Off the side boards, LaSalle trying to see if they can keep that one in. Barker working for it on the corner along with Murphy. Parker on a dime as she gets taken down hard. Shot. Mason curled over and made the save. So 1.5 separating us from the intermission. A little bit of shoving going on the backside boards as down to the ice went Bailey Kent. For the 15 of Samantha Hahn. Hahn will work that one through the zone. Hahn takes a shot. That one may have deflected off of a Rams defender. All of a sudden it changed direction well wide of the net. Trying to redirect it this time in towards the net was Hahn in the middle as the shot from the outside came off of Bouillard. In the final minute to go, backside boards for Shabo, looking right out in front. Hahn couldn't get a piece of it. Great takeaway defensively there by Calabro for the Rams. As Mason holds on to it after the ricochet off the backside boards and stops play with 29 seconds.
Yeah, besides the difference of this goal, this game is just about as close as can be.
Yeah, Kate Grover is one of the taller goaltenders that you'll see in women's ice hockey. Meredith Mason, a shorter sized goaltender, but big in between the pipes. And clearly one of the top in the state. Just look at this season alone, 5-1-1 on the season as she floats over to grab that one. 5-1-1 on the season, 1.5 goals against average and a 90% save percentage. On the opposite side, they have Veronica Sabatino. 3-1-0 on the season, a 2.4 goals against average, 80% save percentage. Still very good stats from Sabatino. Getting absolutely laid out from behind was Michaela Bucci, and absolutely no call
Let that
from
slide.
the referees. We have hit the intermission break. 3-2. Rams lead. Will the South County Storm be able to come back? They scored the last goal. Can they score the next one to tie? We're going to take the commercial break and be back for the third period of action. You're watching Rhode Island High School Girls Ice Hockey on Fans Only Sports Network.
And the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires. Deflected. No. Rebound. Score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick. Goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
And the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires. Deflected. No. Rebound. Score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick. Goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
And the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In in, and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up, and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In, and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up, and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In, and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up, and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In, and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up, and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In, and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up, and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In, and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up, and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In, and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up, and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick, goes in!
Taken away.
15 minutes to decide, or maybe tonight's matchup between two of the top teams in the state in girls ice hockey, the South County Storm trailing the LaSalle Rams 3-2 as we start this third period of action here on Fans Only Sports Network. Thank you so much for tuning in. Tonight's game is brought to you by Joseph Lammy, attorney at law, 696 Reservoir Avenue in Cranston, Rhode Island. Visit josephlammy.com for more information, and by RR Elite Recruits with access to 3,000 schools and 80,000 coaches across 38 NCAA sports. For athletes looking to play at the next level, be seen by being a part of RREliteRecruits.com today, as that one is taken by the 7 of Virginia Osgood. A back-forth game. Rams led by 2 at 3-1. South County scored the last goal. So the pendulum swings their direction, perhaps, as Calabro tries to take this one through. Mason makes the save. Wrap around, and Mason drops down again for another great save. As the South County Storm defense tries to work to get this one cleared out, Mason will just go ahead and hold on to that one. And 3 straight saves from Meredith Mason. Backside board play as Bucci will whack that one across to the blue line, and chasing it will be Shannon Shea. All the way back for LaForge, behind her own net for Shea. Deflected, so they'll say no icing will be called. Kent. Bucci. Off the sideboards for the 5 of Gregoire. And worked down this time for icing, and we'll get line changes for both sides with 13 left to go. Face-off won by the Rams. That one ended up in traffic, and Jade Shabo comes away with it for the Storm. Shabo tracks to the corner for Osgood. Came right back out on top. Second attempt on the cross, and that one was a good shot from Avzin. Cross attempt from Samantha Hahn. Avzin dumped down on the play. Still pinned along the boards. It's a rugby scrum. Shabo comes in to help. Shabo got dumped down. No call from the referees. Shabo backhanded for Hahn. Hahn tried to keep a hold on it. Pops out for Bucci in the neutral zone, and then Shabo will whack it all the way back down in the corner. Go off for a line change. Frustration from some of the South County Storm players. Perhaps to no calls coming on the ice. Josie Denoncy sent one across for Abrams. Mason made a save, and it trickled around her. Bucci will dump this one down and around for Abrams on the opposite side. Peyton Abrams worked that one back for Keegan. Got a little help from Keegan at the blue line. Keegan takes an attempt that's kicked out by Grivers. Off the sideboards it goes. Controlled in the neutral zone. Missed offsides call as Maddie Bradley took one over. That one came right across the back side of the goal mouth. And luckily, Did not impact onto the backside of Mason as she was tracking. Shea. Still holding it. Still holding it, and that one goes wide. Barker. Brittany Murphy. Bucci will work that one up through the neutral zone. It gets taken away instead by Bradley. Bradley just going to dump this one down. For Michaela Bucci. Off the sideboards, was looking for a little bit of help and may have put that one a little bit too far past her teammate Mackenzie McCarthy. For Kent, around the backside boards, Bailey Kent. Bailey Kent got arm absolutely horse collared that time, and the arm went right up from the referee. We're going to get a whistle, and the penalty is coming for holding. Bailey Kent got horse collar tackled.
Yeah, they missed a few calls already, but I don't think they were going to miss that one.
That one would have been impossible, and Phillips just got a misconduct. So Taylor Phillips has gotten a 10-minute misconduct added on to the 2-minute minor. So LaSalle's going to have to put somebody else in the box to serve the minor. And they're going to send the 3 of Greta Tomka. And with 9:41 left in this game, that essentially means she's done. She'll sit the remainder of this one, and if there were to be overtime, if South County ties it, a little bit of that as well. 2-minute power play on the holding penalty. Hard shot, that one caught traffic in the body of Sophia Welch. That's going to be 5-on-3. Shabo Grivers and a cross-checking penalty. No, they'll call roughing. Okay, you could have called either one. You heard the slap of the stick against the board. And to the box goes the 19 of Adriana Dooley, and it's 5-on-3 for 1:36. Puck finally dropped. 5-on-3 for South County. From up top, the shot attempt by Bouillard. That one was deflected. Comes back for Abdizin. And a miss off of Bouillard's stick gives an opportunity for Bradley. Bradley the other way. Pop shot blocked away by Osgood, in fact. Hahn. Osgood. That one's deflected up into the netting, out of play on the attempt from Bouillard. And a fresh piece of rubber coming from the scorer's box.
Box is looking a little crowded over there.
That is nothing close to what we saw, about 2 weeks ago now. HC Rhode Island against Worcester Railer Juniors, and Worcester Railers had 7 players in the box at the same time. Heads up is headed the other way, and an opportunity for the Rams, and a kick save by Mason. They've got to be protective of the puck a little bit more. Good pickup here by Juliana Bucci. 31 seconds left to go in the double advantage. Michaela Bucci dumps that one off the sideboards. Abrams, that one's going to get picked up instead by Maeve Kelly. Juliana Bucci on the corner. Can't be kept in by Kent. They'll get one player back in 4 seconds, and then it'll be 5-on-4 for about 20 seconds. Michaela Bucci. 7.5 left to go in this period. Turns over, and that one was the shot they wanted if Osgood could have got it to slide. Hard shot from Shabo. That got deflected. Back for Shabo again, right in the center, and a sliding puck underneath of Grivers as Lauren Avedison had an opportunity. .707 left here in the third, a 3-2 score line. Absolutely gem of a game. Shot score! That is! Avedison had an opportunity. It popped off of Griver's chest pad, and it landed on the stick of the freshman Peyton Abrams. She'll pick up her 9th of the season, and what a big goal it is. Honors even at 3. Seven left to go, and here goes Abrams again. Abrams to the corner, slots that one around for Denoncy. Denoncy dropped it off for Bouillard. Bucci holds as she wrapped around. That one got deflected off of Lamorello, and it'll get chased all the way back by Avedison. Sophia Calabro as sliding across the ice was a Rams player. And we're going to get offside called. Face-off won by the Rams as they push this one in. Barker tried to work it to the opposite side, getting knocked down from behind. And the puck is picked up and moved by Shabo. Shabo has that one sticked aside by Grivers. Shabo, as she picks it up along with Osgood, works for the backside corner. Can come out to the blue line if she wants to work with Bucci. Instead, it gets taken away. Barker knocked off of the puck. Second attempt is blocked in traffic as Osgood sacrificed her body to get in the way of that attempt coming from Bradley. 5 and change left to go here in regulation. Knotted at 3 after the Peyton Abrams goal tied it up. Kent for Hahn. Back for Kent again, and she switches sides. Goes up the far side board with Gregoire. Mackenzie McCarthy had it knocked off of her stick. Scooted around by Dooley. Dooley has a little bit of a lost handle. Slides back across. Mason has to kick that one out, and an arm goes up, and we're going to get a cross-checking penalty called on South County, and in a spot of bother is the 19 of Adriana Dorley. So Mia Moffitt in the box for 2 minutes. And a Rams power play. With 4.5 left to go. Right in front and smartly swept away by Shabo. All the way down. LaForge. As she overlaps with Barker. Shabo takes that one away in the neutral zone and sends it back into the corner. Almost from Virginia Osgood. Barker has that one knocked away from her. Osgood's got it this time, and Jenny Osgood's off to the races. Osgood slided across for Shabo a little too much. Came back for Osgood. In the neutral zone, Osgood can push that one back down past the stick of Sophia Welch. It'll burn time off on this power play. 88.9% penalty kill coming into the game tonight, and they have killed off almost all of the penalties assessed against them. One of LaSalle's 3 goals is as a power play goal. It's back in the first period of this game. So Juliana Bucci goes to the face-off circle against Lamarello, and this one will bounce around the backside boards. Bucci continues to work with it. Comes back for Bouillard. Bouillard sends it up along the bench side. Deflected back for Greta Tomka. Tomka worked that one with Calabro, and we're going to get an offside call. $30 remaining on the advantage, with 3 left to go here in the third. Perhaps a bonus period to come. Mason kicks that one away. Bradley in the corner. That one deflects off of the boot of Abrams and out into the neutral zone. 2-1 will expire the penalty. And it's back to 5-a-side hockey. And this one will deflect all the way down. Grivers shepherds it for LaForge. A wipeout and a tie-up on the backside. Boards is going in for it hard. Was Moffitt. Shabo takes that one away. Can be picked up by Sam Hahn. Hahn's got her and Shabo along with her. Shabo shot and it got deflected by Shea. 1:45 left to go here in the third. Trying to pull it off of the boards as Hahn was looking for Osgood. Shea will wrap it around the back side and try to release the Rams. This one gets trickled back in by Hahn. Kept at the opposite corner. And Samantha Hahn's got another opportunity. Hahn, shot! Oh no! Osgood had it! What a kick saved by Grivers because Osgood had daylight. Shabo cycled around one more time. Kent, where's that one? It's stuck underneath of the foot of Osgood. Sophia Calabro. Calabro will deflect this one off the sideboards. LaSalle's got a chance for one more race. Brittany Murphy got that one forward. That one's going to go wide. It's going to horseshoe off of the corner and come out of the blue line. LaSalle has to backtrack so as not to get called off sides. Pushed up forward by Peyton Abrams for a second. It bounced back for Michaela Bucci. Bucci off the sideboards as she was looking for Denonci as Denonci came off of the bench. Brittany Murphy. Murphy's shot. And that one was saved by Mason and trickled up over top of the net. Bucci for Abrams in the final seconds to go. Picked up by Bouillard. That one's kicked away on the blue line. It will bounce off of the boards and come back into the center. Abzin almost collided with her own goaltender, and Mason and the horn sounds, and we're through 3. Five on 5 for 5. Should be what we're going to get. As they're going to take a moment to talk this one over, and we'll have a moment to reset our clocks. We're going to keep it right here for you. And we're going to get a bonus period. Always love bonus hockey. So 5 on 5, sudden death, 5 minutes. And, I mean, when you think about it, the momentum really is to South County.
It is, 100%.
It was 3-1 LaSalle. All of a sudden, it's 3-3. They've scored the last 2 goals unanswered.
Yeah. No, this is why you do the extra skates at the end of practice. Who wants some more at the end here? Let's see. This is good. This has been a good game throughout.
Back to the box. Goes the LaSalle player who was serving. And that's Taylor Phillips, who's serving a misconduct penalty. She's going to have to serve the last bit of that misconduct penalty here in the overtime because the overtime went. So Shabo at center ice will take the face-off, and we're underway in overtime here on Fans Only Sports Network. Bradley dispossessed by Keegan as Bradley and Keegan fight for that one along the backside boards. Osgood's going to come in to help her out. Osgood flicks that one forward. Colliding with each other into the boards was the 15 of Hahn and the 20 of Maeve Kelly. Osgood for Keegan. I get chased into the back corner by Bucci. Bucci tried to get it out of the zone, and it comes back to her. Bucci's going to carry this one forward. Has Hahn with her alongside of Shabo. Shabo at the blue line, and they're going to say offside. And that will end Taylor Phillips' trip in the box as her misconduct penalty finally comes to a conclusion. .358 left to go here in the overtime period. Neutral ice play for the Rams. Carried across, spinorama, and off of the post from Dooley. Back up top, Shea. That one deflects into the body of Bouillard. Bouillard's going to try to get it out of the zone. Collision between the 17 of Denancy and a Rams player. Bucci for Abrams. Abrams had the goal that tied it. Calabro. Mason stretches out to make the save. Shea. And collisions all over the place in front of the net. Bucci comes across. Save made by Grivers on Peyton Abrams. Action end to end in this overtime period. 2:44 to go. Stuffing it, and they're going to get the whistle as Osgood had first attempt and then Shabo the second. Design draw play there by the Storm. This one's going to get wrapped around the backside. Brittany Murphy. Murphy, as she gets tied up along the boards with Osgood, was able to kick that one free for Welch. Welch works it around the corner for Bradley. Bradley tried to get that one forward. She's able to do so for Barker. And that one will be snuffed out by Mason. .215. South County wanted to try to get a quick line change and didn't work in their favor. From long distance, Mason was able to snare that one on the attempt from LaForge, and then extracurriculars after the play. And Juliana Bucci having to get held back a little bit by one of her teammates there. Shot. Did it get through? It did! LaSalle's going to take the game 4-3 in overtime. And they'll go to 10-2-3 overall on the season, 7-0-1 in the league. It'll drop South County to 8-3-1, 5-3-1 in the league. And what a game.
Your 3-2 prediction wasn't too far off.
Yeah, I said 3-2, and I ended up getting 4-3, so I knew it was going to be a one-goal game, at least. But these two sides clearly show why they're two of the top teams in the state, and this was a preview of a playoff game to come, I'm sure of it.
For sure.
In about a month of time from now. And it was Sophia Calabro who got that goal in the overtime for the Rams. She had been peppering the net of Meredith Mason during this overtime period, and it just kind of snuck through her pads somehow, some way. 4-3 final from here at Boss Ice Arena. We thank you so much for tuning in this evening on Fans Only Sports Network. That'll do it for us, for Jack McSweeney and all of us here at Fans Only Sports Network. I'm Matt Gillis. Have a great night. Rams win 4-3.